Today, I'm going to share with you the 5 best ways to make money as a solo player in GTA Online. Starting off with the number 5 spot, we have the nightclub, which is one of the 2 partially passive income businesses on this list. You can purchase one off the Maze Bank Foreclosure's website for anywhere between $1 to $1.7 million. But I do suggest buying one in the city, as it will make making money a lot easier. There are 2 ways to make money with the nightclub. The first is through the nightclub wall safe. Depending on how much popularity your nightclub has, there will be a set amount of money deposited into the safe every in-game day, or 48 minutes. The max you can earn is $50,000 per in-game day, and it slowly goes down from there the less popularity you have. There are many different ways you can maintain nightclub popularity, but there are 2 that are by far the best. The first is through switching DJs or hiring new DJs. Each time you hire a new DJ, 100% of the popularity bar will be filled. For every time you rebook a DJ, 10% of the popularity bar will be filled. The other best way to maintain nightclub popularity is by tossing out disturbances in your nightclub. These will show up as blue blips on your minimap, and every time you toss one out, you'll get money and popularity. Now, there is a trick to get these over and over. If you enter your nightclub while in passive mode, you will always get the troublemaker to toss out. So that is one easy way to increase your nightclub popularity. Also, if you get the staff upgrade for the nightclub, it will slow down the rate at which your nightclub loses popularity, which in the long run will help you maximize profits. Now that we've covered the wall safe, the second way to make money with the nightclub is through the warehouse. The way it works is you can hire up to 5 technicians and assign them to source products for you, which you could later sell for a profit. The technicians source the assigned products for you in the background, so all you have to do is be in an online session. Besides that, no work is required until the final sell mission. There are 7 different products you could assign the technicians to source, but there are 5 that are the best. The only catch is that in order to assign a technician to source a certain type of product, you first have to own and set up a corresponding business in the game. With that being said, here are the 5 best products and the businesses you need to own. First is cargo, which you need a CEO cargo crate warehouse or a hangar for. Second is sporting goods, which you need a bunker for. Third is South American imports, which you need a Coke lockup for. Fourth is pharmaceutical research, which you need a blue stuff lab for. And fifth is cash creation, which you need a counterfeit cash factory for. If you've hired all 5 technicians and assigned them to those 5 products, and purchased the equipment upgrade for the nightclub, the technicians will source you $50,000 worth of product every hour. So, if you combine the earnings from the wall safe and the warehouse, you could make $100,000 per hour in almost entirely passive income with the nightclub. Although making $100,000 an hour with little to no effort is great, the business does cost over $10 million to fully set up. So I can't put it above the business and the number for spot on the list, which is the Acid Lab. The way this business works is you either purchase or steal supplies. Over time, those supplies are then turned into product, which you could sell for a profit. In order to purchase the Acid Lab, you'll first have to complete the 6 first dose mission storyline. Once you've done that, you can then purchase it from Mud at the Freak Shop for $750,000. But in order to make the most amount of money with the business, you also need to complete 10 Fooligan missions so that you can unlock and purchase the equipment upgrade for $250,000. With that, 1 batch of supplies will cost $60,000, and 1.6 batches of supplies will fully fill up the Acid Lab in roughly 4 hours. A full Acid Lab can be sold for $335,000 in an invite-only session. But if you sell it in a public lobby with 16 or more people, and rename your Acid Lab, the final sale will be over $500,000, which once again means that the business can make you $100,000 profit per hour. Unlike the nightclub, the first dose missions and Fooligan missions pay out more than the business and its upgrade actually cost. So, you could essentially get both for free. Because of that, I think the Acid Lab deserves the number for spot. Moving on from the Acid Lab, in the number 3 spot we have the newly released Cluckenbell Farm Raid. To access the raid, all you need to do is be in free roam and wait for a call from Vincent. Once you get the call, you can then head over to the yellow V on the map and start up the raid. The raid is set up like a standard heist with 5 setups and 1 finale, and in total, it takes roughly an hour to complete. It pays out $500,000 each time. While the payout is decent, it's not one of the main reasons why this is number 3 on the list. The main reason why the raid is so good is because 1. there's no business required to set it up. 2. There's no setup cost. And 3. It only has a 48-minute cooldown. If you factor in all of those things, the raid is essentially a pure $500,000 profit for 1 hour of work that you could repeat quite often. I think it's one of the best additions we've had in a very long time to the game for new players and for veterans. Despite how good the Cluck and Bell farm raid is, the money method in the number to spot just beats it out, and that is the doctor. Drake contract. To access the contract, you'll first have to have an agency and have completed one security contract. Once you've done both, you can then set up the VIP contract, also known as the doctor. Drake contract. The contract is like a large heist, consisting of 3 mini heist and a finale missions. It takes roughly an hour and a half to 2 hours to complete, and in total, you're going to be paid out $1.1 million. That means that if you can do it relatively quickly, you're making almost $700,000 per hour from the contract alone. That's great money on its own, but the other benefit of the doctor Drake contract is that in order to do it, you have to have an agency. And the agency also offers to other great ways to make money, security contracts and payphone hits. The security contracts pay anywhere between $30,000 to $60,000 and take about 5 minutes to complete. And the payphone hits pay out $45,000 for a simple assassination mission. While the Dr. Dre contract is great by itself, if you can mix in all 3 activities, it becomes a fantastic way to make money. There is one thing that just beats out the Dr. Dre contract, and that is the KO Preco heist. To do the heist, you're first going to have to own a Kasaka submarine. Once you have that, you can then start up the KO Preco heist. Essentially, you're sneaking onto a private island, taking loot from around the island and a primary target in a central compound. If you escape the island successfully with all the loot, you could make anywhere between $1 to $1.6 million. Because it only takes about an hour to complete, it is by far the best way to make money in the entire game. Now, because the payout isn't a guaranteed amount like the Dr. Dre contract or the Cluck and Bell farm raid in the past, I had dropped it down to number 2 because sometimes you could only make $850,000 to $900,000. However, when you consider that there are quite a few times that you will make $1.5 million or more, this is by far the best way to make money in all of GTA Online, especially as a solo player. Unfortunately, there is a 2.5-hour cooldown when doing it as a solo player, so you can't do it back to back. During the cooldown, it is a great time to do the Dr. Dre contract, the Cluck and Bell farm raid, and everything else on this list. With that being said, those are the top 5 best ways to make money as a solo player in GTA Online. I hope this video helped. If it did, please drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.